Hello, Math 36 class, and today we're gonna do two sessions. Okay, this is for March 26th class. So this is a session 4.3, and we're gonna continue to do the graph. Okay, but we're gonna do a little bit more than what we did before. So before we only do graph that we just need to find the aptitude and the period. Now we're going to do a couple other things. So here's the model first. Our graph going to look like this. Okay, and this can be cosine. And what we need to do is that we're going to first, here's the steps. We're going to first find the aptitude. Okay, that's the absolute value of that. Number two, we're going to find the period. The period is equal to 2 pi over b. And then, number three, we need to find the phase shift. The phase shift, okay, is equal to negatively c over b. C divided by b, but has been negatively, okay? The last thing we're going to do is that sometimes we add something to the graph, okay? We're going to add a number outside. So this is a number. We're going to add a k plus, or can be minus, okay? And if you're going to add a k, so that means you get a k unit outward. And if a k, one more thing, if a k is greater than 0, that's a k unit up. And if a k is less than 0, and that's a k unit down. The negative in front of here, okay, means a reflection. So you need to watch these 5 things and then graph accordingly. Okay, so now we're going to do a couple examples. So we have the model, and then we're going to do the examples. And here's the problem number 12. We have y equal negative 1 plus cosine x. Okay, so that's my k here. And so we're going to graph y equal to cosine x. Y equal to cosine x is the standard graph, okay? So I don't need to worry about other stuff. I know the amplitude is 1, and then the period is equal to 2 pi. Then I'm going to do this negative 1. This means 1 unit down. So we're going to graph this one first. And that is a 1 and 1 for the altitude. Okay, 1, negative 1. The period is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a pi over 2 pi, 2 pi over 3 pi over 2. And then 2 pi. And the graph of cosine graph is going to be like this. Okay, now you're going to shift 1 unit down. Okay, so do the shifting. I'm going to use a red. So because everything going to come down by 1 unit, so don't forget the x also come down by 1 unit. And then now this is a picture. Okay, come down by 1 unit. So this become negative 2. And then it touched this point. Okay, so once you see it's close to it, then you can just start with a solid line. So that's how you do these problems. Okay, number 12. The next problem to do is a number 14. Number 14. Y is equal to 6 minus sine x. So again, we're going to graph this one first. Y equal to negative sine x. Number 2, 6 units up. So when you graph this one, well, that's almost like a standard graph, except there's some minus sign in front. So that means you need to have a reflection. Okay, that's the only thing you need to pay attention. So we graph the standard one first. We graph y equals sine x and then reflect 1 and negative 1 power 2 pi to power 2 and then 2 pi. And oh, this is a cosine graph. Okay, and reflection, so that means it's going to go down. So I'm going to do the red color, reflection. Okay, and then 6 units up. So I don't, this is a little bit too much. I didn't have a six scale here. Okay, so I'm going to just pretend this is my 6 here. Okay, this is my 6 here. And everything move to 6. So this one also has to move to 6. So, and so that's base, oh, no. It's the red one, sorry. So that's the red one. The red one's the one I don't do reflection. Okay, so this one. So you just do your best. Okay, so it's about like this. So that's the graph for number 14. And now let's try one that is a little bit more. What about the graph going to move from not just up, down, but left and right? Number 26. We're going to graph y equals sine x minus the power 6. Okay, so for this one, you can look at here. There's a this way. Okay, so that's your phase shifting. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do one more thing first. So you're going to graph, basically you graph y equal to sine x. Number 2, you have phase shifting. Your phase shifting is equal to negative c over b. That's your c here, so it's a negative power 6. Your b is right here, so it's 1. You can look at that, this is 1 times that, okay? So that's equal to power 6. It means your graph is going to shift power 6 unit to the positive side. So we're going to, we first graph this one. So this is power 2. That's still the standard graph, 3 power 2, and then 2 pi. And 1, negative 1. So your graph is like this. Okay, so that's the y equals sine 6. Now, power 6, how I'm going to get power 6 from here? So it basically, if you think about it, if you take the power 2 times by 1/3, that'd be power 6 there, right? So this is 2 here. So I'm going to take power 2 multiply 1/3. That's equal to power 6. That means I can divide this portion to each 3 units, then each one will be 1 power 6. So I'm going to divide it, okay? You can see this with power 6, 2 power 6, 3 power 6. That's same as power 2, okay? And everything has divided by 3 parts, okay? Each portion is a power 6. So you move the whole graph of power 6 to the right. So you move to here, you start from 0, you move to here, okay? This one you move to here, okay? So this will be 4 power 6. And this one you move here, A. See, you look at this one, you're from power 6, you move to 4 power 6, okay? So your last one, they move, they add 3 pi to get there, right? So 1 pi plus 3 pi equals 4 pi. So you're going to add 3 pi again, you're going to get what? 7 power 6. The new unit, make sure you circle it, okay? And then this one, then you add another 3 power 6, then you get 10 power 6. Okay, so that's 10 power 6. And then you add another one to here, then you get 13 power 6. So these are your new scale, okay? Now you get the graph. Each portion is one quadrant, okay? This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, so make sure they light them up, and then quadrant 4, okay? So you can see quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So that's how you do if you're phase shifting, okay? So you just look at how I'm going to go from here to here. So power 2 to power 6 is times by 1/3, okay? That means you're going to divide each portion, then it means that you're going to divide this by 3 units, because 1/3 same and divide by 3. So that's for number 26. Now let's try another one. Let's try one that a little bit harder, okay? Here's a problem number 46. 46. We are going to graph a y equal to negative cosine 2x minus power 2. Okay, so well, look at this one. There's a reflection, there's a B here, there's a phase shift. So first, you're going to graph y equal to cosine 2x. Okay, don't take the negative with you, just graph y equal to cosine 2x first. And then you're going to, so number 2, you're going to graph this one, wait for the end, okay? If you have phase shifting here, you wait this at the end. And you're going to go phase shift, negative C over B. And then number 3, then you go reflection. Okay, now let's do one at a time. The altitude is equal to 1, but the period is not. P is equal to 2 pi over B. B is equal to 2, so equal to pi. Take the pi, divide by 4, so equal to power 4. Okay, so it means a power 4 unit per quadrant. Phase shift equal to negative C, it means negative power 2 over 2. Well, that's the same as a 2 negative become positive here. Okay, so that means power 2 divided by 2. Okay, that's same as a power 2 times by 1 over 2, because your division is a multiplication reciprocal, so that's equal to power 4. Reflection, that answers is yes, because the negative, so when you graph it, you watch it, okay? Watch it, make sure you don't forget. So now we're going to start graph. 0 here, okay, and then power 4 unit, power 4, another power 4, so 2 power 4s, 3 power 4, and then 4 power 4. And this equal pi, so you can see it's matching this number, okay? It's a matching right here, okay? They're all pi. Now this is a cosine graph. The altitude is 1, so big 1, -1. Cosine graph will start from here. So you graph this one first. Now you're going to do your phase shifting. They shift power 4 unit. Oh, well, this one's easy now. Means that the whole graph will get pushed power 4. Well, I only have power 4, so that become easier, okay? So I start from here now, and then everything pushing power 4 unit to the right. So it's right here. So that's my number 2 graph, and that's my number 1. Then you do a reflection. Okay, you take the number 2, reflect it to get number 3. So everything, you just reflect the whole graph. Okay, so that's the graph. So there's a number 3, the solid one. So now the next part I want to do is number 15.8. So I'm going to leave the graph here because I need the graph. Number 15.8. Y equal to -2 minus 2 cosine 2x minus power 2. Okay, so if you look at this is the point number 14.6. So the only difference is this time they shift down 2 units. So you take the whole graph here. Number 3, you come down 2 units, okay? So you go -2, -3. So this whole graph will come down. You just do your best ability, okay? Sometimes I have to put the middle line here. So this graph, this will come to here, so it come down. It's just easy from the scene. So this is a 1. Come down to units, so it's a 1, 2. Okay, so that's the best I can do. So that's for number 15.8, the red one. Okay, so you don't need to rescale none of those. It basically shift the whole graph down 2 units. So that's number 15.8. And then I'm going to do number 15.6. Okay, and so I go back to do number 15.6. We're going to graph a y equal to 3 plus sine pi x minus the power 2. Okay, so we're going to first we're going to graph y equal to sine pi x. That's the first one. I'm going to leave some wrong here. Number 2, I did phase shifting, and I need to take away these. And number 3, and there's a 3 units up. Okay, no reflection because this is positive. So for the first one, we're going to get our amplitude, which is a 1. So that's easy. And P equal to 2 pi over pi. That's your B here, okay? Your B is a pi. So it's equal to 2. Take this number, divide by 4, because you're 4 quadrant, okay? So that's same as a 2 divided by 4, so it's equal to 1/2. So each unit is 1/2. That means each quadrant is 1/2. Phase shifting is equal to negative C over B. C is equal to negative pi over 2. Your B is equal to pi. Now that's 2 negative become positive here. So that become pi over 2 divided by pi is same as multiply the reciprocal, so multiply 1 over pi. And then reduce that, so that's equal to 1/2. Okay? And then 3 unit up. So now we're going to, okay, 1/2, 1, 3 over 2, because 2 over 2 here is 3 over 2 and 4 over 2 is the same as 2. You can reduce if you want to, we don't have to, okay? So this is all up to you. So sometimes I don't like to reduce it, sometimes I do because now the number is very simple, so I just 2 over 2, I just become 1. And so we're going to graph this one first, so there's amplitude of 1, so 1 and negative 1. These markers a little bit light. So this is 1 and negative 1. And then the graph is sine graph, so we're going to start from here. Okay, so that's your number 1 graph. Number 2, we're going to shift the graph of half unit to the right. Well, that's very nice. The half unit is right here. Did you guys seen it? So that means I don't need to find the scale like what we did earlier. So I just started from here. So this will be my hum. Okay, so that's my number 2 graph. So number 1 is here, number 2 is here. Now I'm going to go 3 unit up. So 3 unit up. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3. So the whole graph go 1, 2, 3. So the whole thing up 3 units. So it's 1, 2, 3. So this is my x-axis. Okay. And so this is point 1, 2, 3, you get to here, origin get to here. So, and then I need 1 more unit for this one. Okay. And this is to be 2 on this part. And that go here. Okay, so that's your number 3 graph, the red one. So that's for today's lesson. So be sure to do your homework and be safe. Take care.